Welcome back for episode 9 of Rip Returns to Super Mario Bros., a series where I return to video games that I couldn't beat as a kid to try to regain a little bit of the glory that I didn't have back then. This is not a completely lawless procedure. Let's take a very quick glance at the rules for the proceedings. Rule 1 for Rip Returns is to know my limits. I don't have a huge skill base, so I need to accept that and approach the game as trying to obtain that skill base instead of just getting frustrated because I don't have it. Rule 2 is to earn my warps. In this particular video, I don't warp at all. The reason being that I think I need to try to build up ahead of steam and try getting some lives. As a kid, I would always warp ahead as fast as I could, and that would end up putting me low on lives and without the skill base that I needed to acquire to get further in the game. Rule 3 is to let it happen. Deaths occur. That's a natural part of gaming, especially in the NES era, so I need to let those deaths happen and not let them control how I play the entire game. I need to neither encourage them nor get frustrated by them so that I can obtain the maximum amount of experience for my efforts. That's enough rules though, let's get on to the gameplay. Here in episode 9, 6-3 with 8 lives. And if that isn't an ominous title, I don't know what is. Like I said, today we are going to fast forward but not take the warp at 1-2. I think in this one, I wanted to experiment with having more lives in the bank instead of warping ahead. You know, it's that constant balance between gaining experience and gaining, you know, the added benefit of having extra lives without the risk of losing lives in stupid deaths in, say, I don't know, 1-3, 2-2, whatever. It's a balance that is a little bit complicated because of my inability to pull off the 3-1 life trick, but it is something that ultimately I think I just don't want to do. I think the ultimate benefit of having extra lives is decent. I mean, it's not, you know, unhelpful, but I think it's too big of a concern to risk losing lives in a level like 2-2 to, you know, go ahead and play instead when I could just skip through. Now see, I got through 2-2 there without dying at all, which is fine, but as you can see, we've slowed down coming into 2-3, so obviously that's not going to be how well I do throughout. You know, 2-3 is one of those levels that is kind of frustrating to me because there's, you know, a little bit of a hit detection issue as to when you do and don't hit a cheep, and I guess when they do and don't hit you, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm not going to be one of these guys who pretends that I understand, you know, all of the ins and outs of making video games, or any of the ins and outs of making them, really. I just want every video game to be 100, 150 hours long, and I don't really care how they look as long as they're giant RPGs where I have a lot of fun. I just, you know, don't want to die to a cheep like I just did. Oh well. The big debate about skipping levels or not with warps is really a big debate about needless or stupid deaths, like, say, a bad physics death like that one where I just completely didn't bother to ramp up my jump enough. I could have avoided that death, but I wouldn't have had as many lives if I had just gone straight up to 3-1 from 1-2. So Here we see, you know, just the whole problem of the balance that I'm trying to strike. Hammer Brothers. You know, the only thing playing through this game as a kid that scared me more than Hammer Brothers was, frankly, the jumping. For all of my stupidity, in my incredibly bad spring jump right there, putting that aside, for all of my, you know, time spent playing platform games, especially in the NES era where they were just everywhere, I don't actually like the platforming part, and that's something that sticks through even to today. The only thing I don't like about some like Ori or Hollow Knight is there's more platforming than I'd like them to have. And even, I mean, a game like Celeste, which ideally you would think I could have a lot of fun with, I can't stand Celeste. It gives me this weird PTSD about jumps that I missed as a kid. Or if you prefer, jumps that I would miss today. So it's really frustrating to me that I have, for the most part, found a way to overcome Hammer Brothers, but I still can't overcome my fear of platforming. Let's watch me blow this real quick. No, wasn't set right. Blew it anyway. Oh well. Moving on. You know, I would say the hallmark of a good world is getting to Bowser with the fireballs. I mean, if you get to Bowser and you've got the fireballs, you've basically accomplished about as much as you could hope for, at least at my skill level. So, I'm going to be proud of that. And, you know, every time I can do it, I want to take that as a sign that I have gained, I would say, a good level of experience in the particular world, which, as I've said way back at the beginning, the whole point is about gathering the experience that I need to beat the game, and you gain that experience world by world. Remember how we talked about platforming and how it's a constant struggle for me? Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. Just eat the hit and move on here. There's no reason to mess with it. Not a terrible World 4. Obviously, the death in 4-3 kind of set me up for failure as far as the fireball goes, but I've got a chance to gain a 1-up here, and that'll get things back on course, you know, give me a little positivity to start this world. And I killed myself on it instead. Great. Another hammer brother, he'll be soon managed. Or he will nick the absolute back of my, I don't know, heel. And I'll die. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. No, fine. Fine, fine. Fine. again, we near Koopa's chamber, and we've got our own fireballs to mess with. And we reveal Bowser as Lakitu, and I can't really complain about that World 5. I think it went well, you know, stupid death aside. So now we're coming into World 6 to deal with Lakitu, and you remember, this is the one where Lakitu is much more combatable than he is in his first appearance in World 4, unless you want to count his, I don't know, his secondary appearance there as the Bowser of World 5, which seems silly to me. Coming into 6-2 with 7 lives, in good shape on that front. And 6-2, you know, it's kind of an interesting level. It's the first level I feel like that really just feels long. Like, this level just does seem to go on and on. It's probably because it's got, you know, the bonus pipe, it's got a bonus world, and then there's like a big maze of pipes. It's like a proto World 7 from Mario 3. It really does seem to go on, though. But despite that, despite all of the very many piranha plants you have to deal with, it doesn't really feel all that bad. It's kind of a fun level. It just, because of the length, you kind of feel like, well, maybe there should be another secret here somehow on top of what I've already found? And heck, for all I know, there is. I don't really start checking the level maps until I get to World 8, when I just, you know, feel like I need that extra reinforcement. And frankly, for a game this old, I don't think it's that big of a cheat to check the level maps that are on the wiki. But this is not a bad level. It's kind of fun. Coming into level 6-3 with 8 lives, and frankly, this is a very good place to be. I've got the most lives I could ever have hoped to have in this situation. I'm feeling strong, I've been meeting all of my obstacles, everything's been going fine. And this is not that bad of a level. It's a level that I have beaten before. I've gotten past this level. And then, you know, just an easy death. It's fine, it's fine. 7 lives, we'll just cruise on through this. The springs are a bit wonky, I admit that. A little bit of it, you know, it's just that bouncing doesn't work the same way it does in later games, but that's fine, you know, we're fine. We still got 6 lives. Here we have a chance to set ourselves up for a Fire Flower in 6-4 by getting the mushroom in 6-3. Well accomplished, and right off the girder. That's fine. That's fine. We still have 5 lives, right? Just have to remember to get that mushroom again when we get back there, which we should do easily because we've been getting, you know, further every time it seems. Nope. That was a Frodo Swaggins straight to hell jump. Okay, past the swing. Start thinking about the mushrooms. Right here, nice and easy. Got it. Stable platform. Just hop on down. Hop over. Now it's time for the string girders. Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay, 3 lives left. We're doing okay. We've only lost 5 lives. We're doing just fine. The game is not, you know, cheating us or anything. It's our own faults. But we're doing fine. We're accomplishing. So we just have to, you know, rely on our skills and not worry about the game doing anything weird. Alright, now look at this. Look at this. Look at it. He passes through the girder completely. That is unacceptable. Okay, 2 shots left. Hold it back. Hold back the anger. Hold back the rage. You know, push the pain down deep inside. Did I just sass myself? Little Rip, do not announce the deaths before they happen, please. Okay, that's not very inappropriate. Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, that's how it is. That's going to do it for this episode. I want to leave you on one specific thought as we go out of here. Screw this.